all right? It will never make the situation worse, never. Asking directly is important, all right? So a few quick pointers on how to ask, all right? Don't ask if they're thinking of doing something stupid. You know what I mean? That sometimes people are like, you're not thinking about doing anything stupid, and oftentimes the person's going to say, no, I wasn't thinking about doing things stupid. Yeah, because they're able to skirt the question at that point in time. All right. So asking directly. Don't ask if they're thinking about harming themselves or hurting themselves. Ambiguous language like this is not helpful. Ask directly and not with a question mark at the end, because you can say a lot with your inflection. You can say a lot with your body language. You can tell a person before you ask what you want them to say, right? So ask directly, and if you're in the mental health field, if you're in the substance abuse field, if you're a sponsor, right, and you're probably going to be asking things like this, and you should practice this. I used to have people, we would go around the table for half an hour just over and over asking this, getting comfortable asking this. Ask it in the mirror. If it's something you ask a lot, you should practice it. And it should sound something like this. When you say you're feeling hopeless and you can't take it anymore, are you thinking about killing yourself? If the answer is yes, the first thing you should do is ask if they've done anything to try to kill themselves yet. You can't always tell. They may have swallowed a bunch of aspirin. They may have done something already. So ask if they've done something already. Especially if you're talking to the person on the phone or the person's texting you, you want to ask if they've done anything to try and kill themselves yet. If they haven't, ask if they have a plan. Generally, the more detailed the plan, the more likely the person is to act on it. Okay? Ask if they have access to the method. All right? Is it in the house? Is it on them right now? Right? You need to ask about these things. Reflect ambivalence. Anybody know what ambivalence is? Yeah? Yep, exactly. Okay, so ambivalence is the ability to think about two different ways about the same thing. So it's like the ability to love and hate something or someone at the same time. That's ambivalence ultimately. If they're talking to you, trust me, they're ambivalent about dying. They may feel hopeless, but there's a part of them that does want to live, all right? So a way of talking about or reflecting ambivalence, so right here it says reflect their ambivalence. A way of doing that is by saying something like, I know that things have gotten so bad in your marriage, your career,